class?
Fine, ma'am.
Fine. So you're enjoying or not? All the classes?
Enjoying. We are
In-
learning something.
hmm?
We are learning something.
Seriously?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good. Hindu?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma. So how are classes going on? SS la எழுதிட்டீங்களா?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, ma. So we'll start with today's class. I hope so. Last time, if you have any doubt, you can ask now in case you remember if you are serious about it. So we did this problem, right? Okay, can you see the board? No, I think I didn't share. யார் மியூசிக் கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க? Good. Yes, ma'am. You remember doing this one? Can you see the board now? As I told you, you have to answer the questions, otherwise I will not know whether you are present or not. To be frank, last time Biomed was very interactive, but today they're very quiet. Then finally they said that like some of the topics like they wanted in detail. So I had to explain. So if you have anything in your mind, like you want me to do it in detail, a particular topic, you can say that. I will start doing it. Otherwise, I'll keep proceeding. But I want you to interact. Otherwise, I'll not know whether you're listening or not. Fine. So you remember this one? Last time we had completed this problem. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. We completed.
Yes, ma'am.
How about this?
Yes, ma'am.
Boys,
Completed.
this one?
Completed, ma'am.
What completed? I don't think you have completed this. Check this and
Complete.
did we do this?
Completed. Melinda problem is
Completed.
completed, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine. You have done, then it's good. How about this?
No, ma'am. Up
Not.
to 5 we completed.
Fine. So this here to start with this one then.
Yes, ma'am.
So I want you to do it. As I told you, you have to help me in doing this problem. Please help. Tell me, I don't know how to do this problem. What we are supposed to do in the starting? I have to take down this step by step. What is the first step given? Accordingly, write down the values. Latecomers, please put your registration number in the chat box. Last time, like I had more students, 47, but I had only 36 count. Please put your registration number. Yes, Hindu, you tell me how to do this. Initially, what is given here?
I can't see your screen, ma'am.
Oh, how about others? Can you see that?
No, ma'am.
Now, can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me now. What you're supposed to do now? Whatever you feel, you tell me. பாட்டு பாடினே கூட சொல்லலாம், no problem. Tell me. Hey, whatever is there, you just tell what you're supposed to do here.
We should write the data, what is given there.
Correct. என்ன டேட்டா இருக்குங்க?
70 kgs of Li1 is mixed with 20 kgs of Li2.
Okay. அதோட ஸ்டாப் பண்ணுங்க. Don't go for the next step. What you are supposed to write?
alloy 1,
alloy 1. And then we should write
alloy 2,
others, ma.
70,
Wait,
70
others.
kg.
வேற யாருமே இல்லையா கிளாஸ்ல? மத்தவங்க யாருமே இல்லையா? Who is this? யார் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கா? யாருமா சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கீங்க?
Hindu, ma'am.
Good. Hindu, you are okay. Whatever you're saying is right. I want even others to participate. போன வாட்டி இருக்க மாதிரி இந்த வாட்டி இல்ல. Last class also I had the same problem. Ashwini, Yogeshwar Reddy. Yogeshwar Reddy. Hello. Yogeshwar, you are present or not? Rakesh.
Ma'am.
Praveen Kumar. சும்மா பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காதீங்க. You just tell whatever you feel like telling. I just don't want a quiet class. Only Hindu is speaking. I want others to say. What is that you have to write here? Alloy 1 is how much? Rakesh?
kgs.
70 kgs. 70 kg.
Yes, right. How about alloy 2? Praveen? How much is alloy 2, Praveen?
20 kgs, ma'am.
20 kg. Good. Then what else is given about alloy 1?
Copper.
Alam is one person, just now he entered. What is given in the alloy 1? What are the two things you have in alloy 1? Copper and?
Zinc, ma'am.
Copper and zinc is there. Right. So that I'll just write copper and zinc here. And then in this alloy 2, what is there?
Zinc and tin.
Zinc and tin. Good. So it's easy, right? Because I want you to answer because there is nothing much to do in this. Once you start answering, you will understand the problem easily. So in this is given that what is the ratio of the alloy 1 has copper and zinc in the ratio 3:4. So what is the 3:4? This is in the ratio 3:4. How about in alloy 2? What is the ratio?
2:3.
2:3, ma'am.
2:3. And now what is this quantity? 70. Now what I'll do is, okay, the ratio box, how to use it. So what I do generally is ratio box means write down all the ratios in the first row. This is one method which is very fast. Like I use only this method normally. Ratios you write here, multiple will come in the next row, quantity will come in the next row. So the ratios you are writing here and final column will be sum of the ratios. Here you have only two ratios, 3 and 4, and the sum is 7. Multiple, we don't know, that is what you have to find it. Quantity, when you see what is the quantity given here? The total quantity is given here as 70, correct?
Yes.
In case if they give you only zinc, you can write under the zinc. Now they given the total which is equal to 70. So 7 becomes 70. So what should be the multiple? When 7 becomes 70, what is the multiple you need? Multiple is this into this gives you this. What is this multiple? 10. And the multiple is going to be common for all the numbers. Once you know the multiples, you can write the quantity. So what is this quantity? This is 30 and this is 40. Therefore, copper has 30, zinc has 40. So now can you do this here? What is the total of the ratios?
5.
5. And what's the total quantity given here? 20, correct? That's what is mentioned here. Where is it? 20. This 20. So what's the multiple?
4.
The 4 is 1. What is this? 8?
12.
Okay. Now you have these two. And what is the question given? Both of them are mixed together. Amount of zinc in the alloy. So when you mix together, that means all these are mixed. 30, 40, 8 and 12 are mixed. How much is zinc in this?
48.
48. That's all. It's very simple. Like here you have 40 and here the zinc you have 8. So when you mix all together, you will have copper as 30, zinc as 48 and tin as 12. That's it. So answer is 48. This is actually, we cannot say it's a simple, mixture problem, because it's very, very direct. Mixture problem of this kind will be given, but you may not be given directly the values. Here they have mentioned the 70 and 20, so that becomes easier for you to find it. Otherwise, you have to keep it in the form of x and y and solve it. Okay, clear now? Shall I go to the next?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, who is very good in percentage? Let me pick one student here. Aparna. Aparna? Can you speak, Aparna?
Ma'am,
Yeah, you're only. Okay, Aparna. Now you tell me the answer for this.
yes.
I want one by one, ma. I don't want every, the entire problem. I want one step. First step, Aparna is going to tell this. Tell me, Aparna. What is the first step you go? See, whenever you read this problem, the very first thing is split this into different parts and then do it. So first thing is you're going to split this separately, and this 30% of this is going to be separate. Okay. And this is a percentage problem or any other problem?
Percentage.
Percentage problem is what you're supposed to assume in the initial stage. ECA, who has taken percentage for you? You had Naresh. Okay, good. Then you must be good in that. Tell me now. What will you do here? Okay, maybe I have not handled percentage for you. I'll give you some tips. Based on that, I want you to do it. The tips what I'm going to give is, any kind of percentage problems when you get, you are going to start with 100 as a basic. Let the total initial value be 100. That's one small tip I'm giving you. Any kind of a percentage problems when you get, normally we start with 100 as a starting value. Normally, I'm not saying for all the values. There are some case conditions where you will not use 100, you will use some other number. That I'll tell you later. I don't want to confuse it now. But if suppose in the percentage problem, when you read the entire sentence, if there is somewhere some value is mentioned there, in that case, you cannot assume your own value. So what we will do is, as I told you that you start with 100, instead of 100, you have to just attach one x to that. So the minute you say 100x as a starting value, you keep solving this and finally you will come into some number, some in terms of x, some value into x. That will be equal to the 6650. And then you can solve for x. This is a regular process. Shall I repeat it again, what I said? Either you should say yes or no.
Ma'am,
Yes?
repeat once again, ma'am.
Okay. Whenever you come across any kind of a percentage problem, we normally start that problem with 100 as the initial value. But when you have this percentage along with some number is there. Like now you have here some number, 6 or 7, something is mentioned in the problem. I am not saying what kind of problem. There is something where some number is mentioned there. In that case, I can't assume my own value. So this x will take care of it. So I have to take it in the form of 100x. And again, this is a condition. It's not a mandatory that you should always go for 100x. Normally, you will go for this. Why we are taking 100x is, whenever you take 100 as a total, what is 10% of 100? What is 10% of 100?
10.
10.
10. How do you? What is 15% of 100?
15.
So
15.
any percentage when you take for 100, it is going to be same. So in that way, you are saving some time in this. You need not sit and calculate what is 15% of 100. Okay, and then write this, then you say 15. The minute I say 15% of 100, it is 15. 22% of 100 is 22. So it's easy for us to calculate. That's the reason we are starting with 100. Okay, so that is the first thing. You're just taking some percentage and doing it. Okay, what I was about to say. Now, in case you're getting some percentage like 33 1 by 3 percentage. What is what 33 1 by 3 percentage in fraction? What is
100.
33.33.
in fraction? That's decimal. Okay. That is even 33.33 when you consider also, you know that you are not having exact value of this number, right? It's continuous. It goes on. Or I can say it's 1 by 3. So when I consider 100 as a total, if I consider 33 1 by 3 percentage, it is going to land up in some fraction, correct? So when you land up in fraction, it is not that easy for you to work. You have to subtract this. Again, subtraction is not that easy. You're going to take this hundreds minus this and then you're going to write down. So instead of that, what we do is we will take some value as an initial value, which is going to be a multiple of 3. Remember this method because this is going to be applicable in every place. Time and work when you do time and distance or any fraction problem, any percentage problem, profit and loss problem, everywhere you are going to use this technique. That is, when you write the percentage as fraction, or if you are getting a problem where you have a fraction, you just have to go for the denominator. If the denominator has a particular number, when you are assuming the initial value as something, n, that n should be divisible by this 3. Because when you're multiplying this, you know that you are going to divide this n by 3. Right. So what is happening here is, when you assume 100 here, when you multiply this into 100, it is not divisible. 100 is not divisible by 3. So what I do is, instead of 100, I will assume this is 300. You are not going to pay any money for assuming any value, right? It is all our wish. Whichever value you want, you can assume. So these are the special case where I said you can't take 100. The minute you know that you're getting 1 by 3 or 1 by 7, 14.28 percentage when you consider, that is nothing but 1 by 7. In that case, you have to take something which is a multiple of 7. I can take 70 or I can take 700 or I can even take 7. It depends. All whatever the value you feel is comfortable. Sometimes like normally you can go for 700 because you will not come across any kind of a problem in between. Because you take this, 100 is going to be 1/7 of this. Remove that balance will be 600 and then you have to proceed with this, right? So these are all the basic, the special categories. Normally here, whatever the problems given here, you don't have this kind of a problem. So we are not taking that. So what you're supposed to take? 100x. Now is it clear why we are taking 100x? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the first thing. And then you start working. So what you have to do now? In the second step, this is the first step is you're taking the salary. What is that salary? Salary is going to be 100x. X is a number. So when you multiply, you get the actual salary. Okay. The second step. Second step, who will answer? Kalyan. Kalyan?
Ma'am, tell me, ma'am.
What is the next step we have to do?
We have to remove, deduct the 30% of the total salary.
Okay, but I have put one line here, right? Can you see that line?
Yeah, ma'am.
What do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
mean by that? Why did I put that line? Go step by step. So finish up
Yeah,
the first step, then you jump. I'm not even coming to this. It is as
Okay,
if this is the next, right?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Now tell me. It's better that whenever I'm teaching here, I should remove that because not only your class, every class I'm seeing that what I ask, they forget and they try to see the other things which is not required. If I delete this, now tell me. Okay, this is what is existing now.
Yes.
If the salary of Ram, in the salary of Ram, total deductions are 5%. So what will I do here?
5 by 100x. I wonder 5
What we are supposed to calculate? We are going to calculate now deduction.
5%. Yeah, ma'am.
How to
100x.
calculate? Kalyan alone is going to say this. Yeah, tell me, Kalyan.
100x minus 5 by
100x minus 5.
5 by 100, ma'am.
What do you mean by that? What is given as 5%? 5% of what? It's going to be 5% of salary, right?
Total salary, ma'am.
Nothing else is given as a reference here. The salary they have mentioned 5%. That means it should be 5% of the salary.
Salary, yes, ma'am.
So, what you should do here?
100 the ma'am. Percentage la calculate pannirundana. I have
Correct.
to calculate 100 now.
Yes, ma. What you are going to take here? Okay, let me forget about all this. I don't have to tell this 100x all that. You make it simple. You're only complicating. I have given you only one sentence here. In the salary of Ram, total deductions are 5%. I have assumed the salary of Ram as 100x. That's what Aparna said just now. Then, next thing what you're going to see is deductions are 5%. So what you're supposed to calculate?
How much is deducted from the total salary?
So how much is deducted from the total salary? What percentage is deducted from the total salary?
5%, ma'am.
5% of what?
100x.
Salary. 5% of salary, correct? That's what is mentioned here. Deduction is 5%. 5% of what? 5% of salary. So what is 5% of? What is the salary we have assumed?
100x.
100x. So what is 5% of 100x?
5 by 100x, ma'am.
5 by
100x.
Okay. Now I'll give you one more thing, because sorry to say, because I keep thinking that I have taken class for all and I am proceeding in this. In percentage problem, normally you have certain things, that is English to math conversion. That is, whenever you have is or that has to be replaced by equal to, of has to be replaced by multiplication. What? That's a question mark, which you are supposed to find out. You can have that in terms of some variable or x or y or z, which you have to find out. Percentage. Percentage is always divided by 100. So these are the 4 things which you should have in your mind, and replace any of this English language into mathematical equation using this. Okay. So now I said, what is, the question is, what is 5% of 100x? 100x is salary, 5% of salary. So what are you supposed to do? What is what? As per this, Kalyan,
Ma'am.
what will you replace for what?
Is.
What did I mention here? X, right? Okay, let us not take x, because already I have mentioned x. You may get confused with it. Let me take it as y. Okay, y. Is this?
Is equal to.
Equal to. Then 5 is already here. Percentage. What is this percentage? What you should do with percentage?
500.
500.
By 100, ma'am.
By 100. Oh, sorry. By 100. Correct. By 100. Off. This is off. Multiply. After that, what do you have?
100x.
100x. So what is the answer?
5x.
5x. Now it's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
What you're doing exactly? You're just taking 5% of the salary. So normally we calculate whenever you have 100. What is 10% of 100? 10. You forget about 100. I'll take some other number. Say I'll take 120. What is 10% of 120? Anyone else? Please tell me.
12.
12. That is, whenever you say 10%, Okay, I'll explain this. 10% whenever you do, that is 10 by 100 of the given value. So this is nothing but you're going to cancel this. Basically, what you're doing is 120 by 10. Any number when you divide by 10, you're going to just keep a decimal point here, leaving one digit. So 120, when I say 10%, always you need to just keep a decimal point here. Is that clear? So 12. So the 10% of any number when you say, you just have to keep a decimal point. What is 10% of, say, 1, 2, 3, 4? What is 10% of this?
12.34.
10%. This is 1, 2, 3, 4.
123.
123.4. Just you have to keep a decimal, leaving one digit. If it is 1%, what do you do then? You know that 10% means you're keeping a decimal point here. If it is 1%, you have to keep, now it is 12.34. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So 10%, 1% calculation is not that difficult. It's always easier. Is that clear? Any doubt in this? And now I want to ask one more question in this. That is, you know that, let me finish, remove all this. I'll write it here. Suppose I say 72. Let me consider this. Tell me now, what is 10% of 72? Anyone, please answer. Yeah? Give me the answer.
7.2.
7.2. Okay. What is 5% of 72?
3.6.
Just half of that. You know 10% is 7.2. Half of 72 is how much? 36. And you know that point is already there. 3.6. So isn't it easy to calculate this one? What is 20% of 72?
0.72.
When you have 10% is 7.2, how can 20% become 0.72? 20% should be more than 10%. Double of 10%. So so what is double of that? 14.4. Is that clear? What is 1%? 1% of 72.
0.72.
0.72. That is, you know that 10% means you're keeping a decimal point here. If it is 1%, you need to shift one more. The 2 will come this side. So it will be 0.72. Again, the same old thing. Suppose you want 0.5%, it is nothing but half of that. So you know that half of 32, first you write it. That is nothing but 36. And here you have a point here. So same thing, you have to keep a point here. That's it. Otherwise, always find 5%. And if it is 0.5%, you just have to shift this side. So these are all the basic calculation where you don't have to spend so much of time. The minute you see, and there was one question, not in this, and some other batch I was taking it, where they had to calculate 12%. Let me take 72 itself. What is 10% of 72? You said 7.2. What is 1%? 0.72. So when you want 12%, you can take one more 1%, 0.72, and then add it. This is what 12. So 12% is nothing but you have 0 here. So this is 4. 14 plus 2, 16. 1 balance, 8.64. Clear? So what is 12% of 72? It's nothing but 8.64. So these are all the shortcuts which you can use. Not for all. Sometimes like you have something quite big and you don't 23% if they're asking, like try to do it directly. But most of the case you can go for this shortcut. 10% is a base. You always go for the 10%. From there you calculate what is 1% or 5% or 15%, anything you want. Okay. I'll just close down this one. Let me come back to the problem. So now, yeah. So this is over. Next, who is going to say? Rakesh. Deduction is how much?
5%.
So it's going to be 5x.
Correct.
So what is the remaining? Oh, okay, let me put the problem. Oh my God, I erased it. I thought I'll put it back. I completely forgot. Okay, yeah. So it's gone. Okay, fine. Now he spends this first step. Okay, the salary we have taken is 100x. And then the deduction, let me write deduction D itself. Deduction is nothing but 5x. So the remaining will be how much?
95.
That is what is going to be what? What is this 95x?
Remaining.
Remaining I written already. In this sentence, whatever is given, what do you mean by this 95x? You read the second sentence. He spends
He spent 30% to pay his room house rent.
30% on paying house rent and remaining on his personal expense of in-hand salary. So what is in-hand salary? This is what is in-hand salary.
Okay.
Okay.
Remaining salary.
Remaining salary, in-hand salary, that is 5% is taken while giving salary itself. So balance what you get is 95x. And now you have to go for the calculation. So what is the calculation you're going to do now? Hindu. Hindu or Hindu? How do you pronounce your name?
Hindu, ma'am.
Hindu. Yeah, Hindu, you tell me. What is that you're going to calculate now? What is asked here? 30% of the thing for the rent. So rent is how much?
House rent.
Yeah. How will you calculate this rent? Anyone? Anyone else also can say. Akshaya. There are so many students. No one is answering. Victor. Manoj. Yes, Manoj. Clement is there. Answer this question. What is his rent? Read the statement what is given here. He spends 30% on paying house rent and remaining on his personal expense of, the two sentences combined here. That's why you are getting confused. You just consider one statement here. What is that? He spends 30% on paying house rent. You forget about and, we leave it. So this is the thing. He spends 30% of the on paying house rent of in-hand salary. So what do you how do you calculate this? I'll do one thing, ma.
Ma'am? 30 by 95x into 100. Sorry, ma'am. 30 by 100 into 95x.
Wait a minute. Whatever you're saying is good. You had caught that correct values what to be taken, but where to put where, that's a problem. So go one by one. First thing is, what is the sentence given here? Let me put it in red color. What is the sentence given here? 30% of what?
House rent.
Half. No. That is a rent, ma. Rent is rent.
Remain
30% of
Salary.
Into salary, ma'am.
remaining.
in-hand salary. 30% of in-hand salary, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what is mentioned here. He spends 30% on paying house rent. Forget about the next sentence. Of in-hand salary. Read only this one. So he spends 30% on paying house rent of in-hand salary. So what is in-hand salary? It is
95.
95. So what are you supposed to do here? 30% of
95x.
95x. That's it. Those who came late, please put the registration number in the chat box. Now, can you calculate this? How to calculate this now?
30 by 100 into 95.
95x, ma'am.
By 100 into
95x.
Because someone made mistake of telling that 30 by 95x. So please remember always that English to math conversion. So 30 percentage of percentage is divided by 100 of is multiplication 95x. I can write it as 90 plus 5. Can I write this? Why I'm writing this? Because it's easy to calculate this way. So what is 10 percentage of 90? What is 10 percentage of 90?
9.
And it is 30% means it is 3 times. So what is 3 times of 9? This one, 9.
3 times of 9. 27.
That's all. Okay. Why I'm taking separately is it's easy for me to do this. So if I have to calculate 30% of 90, I'll just consider what is 10% of 90, that is 9, and 30% is nothing but 3 times of that, that is 27. And now you have to go for the 30 into 5. 5 when you have to calculate, what is 10% of 5?
0.5.
0.5. So 330 means 3 times of that. What is 3 times of 0.5?
1.5.
So 1.5. What is this? 28.5x. Okay. So if you keep it as 95, you have to calculate. You can do directly, but this is like addition. You take separately this one, then add it. So what is this one? What is this?
House rent, ma'am.
House rent. So this is going to be 28.5x. Okay. So what's the balance you have now? What is the remaining? And what do you mean by the remaining? What do you do with the remaining?
Personal expense.
Personal expense. He's mentioned here. He spent 30% on paying house rent and the remaining. Now you consider this sentence. Remaining on his personal expense. So what is the remaining now? 95x was there. In that 28.5x you have spent for the rent. So you need to take 95, that's all. 95, subtract this. So what's the balance you have? 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 is 14 minus 8 is 6. 8 minus 2 is 6. X. Right. And what is it he's spending?
6,650.
That is nothing but this amount, correct? So 66.5x is nothing but 6,650. Therefore, x is nothing but 6,650 divided by 66.5. So when you want to calculate, how do you calculate this? 6650. That there is a decimal point and after that you have a digit. So what I do is I remove that decimal point and put one more 0 here. 665. If you have a decimal point here, then I had to put 2 zeros. So what is it? It's 100. This will get cancelled, right? So you will have 100 here. So what is 100? X is equal to 100. So what's the total salary?
1000.
Salary is 100x. It's just nothing but 10,000. But what is the question asked? What is his monthly in-hand salary? What is in-hand salary?
9,000.
Huh?
9,500.
Good. 9,500. That is in-hand salary is 95x.
Ma'am, one doubt, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Ask.
Ma'am, here they told that 30% of paying his rent, ma'am. Remaining his personal expenses, no, ma'am.
Correct. That's what is mentioned here.
6,650 is the 70% of that amount, no, ma'am.
70% of 7. Yeah, good. You can calculate that way also. 70% of what?
Ma'am, 6,650 is 70% of that in-hand salary, ma'am.
But whatever you're saying is correct. Let me write it in some other color. Wait. 6,650
divided by 70.
No. That is equal to 6. You always consider that in an English language. How do you say 6,650 is just now you were saying 70% of what?
In hand remaining, ma'am.
Remaining is how much? 95x. Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So how do you write this? 6,650. This is what? This has to be replaced by what? Equal to, right? 70 percentage. 70 percentage means what? Divide by 100 of 95 x. You calculate x again. You'll get the same thing almost.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you getting it? So this 2 zeros will get cancelled. This is going to be 6650. And then these 2 0 will come. Sorry, 665 followed by 2 zeros divided by 7 into 95. That is what is x. What is 7 into 95? 7 5 35. 3 balance. 7 9 63 plus 3 is 66. So this will get cancelled. You will have 100. Again, you are getting x as 100. Good. It's good that you thought in this way, because only when you understand the problem clearly you can say all this thing. Good. So this is 100. So you can calculate 100 by taking this way balance, or whatever he said is also a shortcut for this. That is, you have to consider the 66 whatever is given, and that should be 70%, because 30% is taken for rent. So remaining 70% is taken for expense, and 70% of what? The in-hand salary. That is 95x. From that also you can directly calculate. Good. Is it clear to everyone? Like what he said? Who said this?
Rakesh.
Rakesh, good. Whatever you calculated is correct. In percentage, when you see, you have various method, like you have one this way, that way, or sometimes fraction method, sometimes with a decimal, sometimes without assuming directly can do it. Only thing is you have to be clear, like which method if you apply, you're going to save your time. Like he said, that's another shortcut, even much more simpler than this. But for explanation, I need all this. Otherwise, you can directly go for what he said. You can calculate. Fine. Any doubt, my others? Hello? Hello?
No, ma'am.
So shall I move on to the next problem?
Yes, ma'am.
This is very easy. Let me pick one student because I want some new student. I kept asking, nobody has answered. Manoj. Manoj?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Now you say this one. I'm just randomly picking someone whose our name is appearing here. I'm just taking that. Okay. Manoj, please answer this one. First step. I don't want a complete answer. I want only first step. What problem is this? Which category it comes in?
Percentage, ma'am.
Huh?
Percentage.
No. Where is percentage here? Do you see any percentage here? Do you see any percentage here?
Ratio.
Do you see any ratio here? Any ratio mentioned? What do you mean by ratio? Whenever you say percentage problem, what should be, oh, sorry. Whenever you say percentage problem, you must be having this or this. Is there anywhere mentioned as percentages?
No.
It's not there, correct? Ratio, when you say, either the ratio, the word should be mentioned, or something like A is to B, 2 is to 4, sorry, 5, something to be there. Do you have anything of that kind here?
No, ma'am.
So it is neither ratio nor percentage. I only Manoj have to answer. I don't want others to give the answer now. Tell me, Manoj, what else is it? See, I want everyone
Age.
to understand this. This is on
Age.
age problem, right? So problems on ages. Normally we call this as problems on ages. Okay. So now you tell me how to do this very first step. Yes, Manoj.
Ma'am. Daughter.
Huh?
Daughter is equal to.
Good. Daughter is there. Who else is there? Daughter alone is there? Mother is there? Or father is there? Or son is there? Who is there?
One minute. Daughter.
There are two persons mentioned here. One is daughter. Who is the other person?
Jack.
Good. Who is Jack? Daughter's brother?
Waste man.
No. Who is Jack, ma? Jack is the daughter you have mentioned.
Father man.
Father. Good. So when you are saying daughter, we'll take father here. Jack is nothing but father. And there is some kind of a relationship given between father and daughter. What is it? What is the relationship given, ma, between those two? The first sentence alone you read. Don't go for any other thing. Just read this. What is given here? Jack is 5 times the
Jack
age
is
of
5
his
times.
father. Huh. So what do you mean by 5 times? Suppose daughter is 10 years. What will be father's age? In case I assume if suppose daughter is 10, what is father's age?
50 ma'am.
5 times meaning is what?
50 ma'am.
50. Oh, 50. Okay, fine. 5 times is 50. I thought 50. Good. So this is a relationship you have. So we don't know whether it is 10. I picked some number and I have given here. And now we don't know that, so we can form an equation. You know that what will be father's age in terms of daughter? When daughter was 10, you said father is 50. How did you say that? From 10, how did you bring
5
to
times.
5 times? So what are you supposed to write here?
5.
5
50,
times of
ma'am.
what?
50.
How can I write 50? 50 I can write only when daughter is 10 years old.
D. 5D.
D. Why D? Because
Daughter.
I don't know what is daughter's age. If it is 10, then it's going to be 50, but I don't know what it is. So I'll put it in the form of D. Good.
D.
So this is the first step you are supposed to write. Okay. Now the second step. I want someone else to answer this. Now I'll pick Samar. Yes, Samar.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now tell me this. What is that second step you have to do?
After 6 years,
Okay.
would be
When I say after 6 years, let me go for the same assumption which we have done. We said daughter is 10 years, father is 50 years as per what you say. If it is so. After 6 years, what will be the age of daughter?
6.
10 years old. She is now 10 years old. After 6 years, what will be the age of daughter?
16, ma'am.
16. How do you get that 16? By adding 6, right?
Yes, ma'am.
At that time, what will be father's age?
56, ma'am. 56, ma'am.
56. Because here also you are supposed to add 6. So that becomes 56. Now you tell me in terms of equation, what will you do with father and daughter?
Father,
You don't know.
wait, ma'am. Plus 6.
Because we have taken 10, you are adding 6. I don't know that 10 instead of 10, what you are supposed to replace? D.
D.
Then how will you write this?
11D.
This is nothing but 11D.
After 6
Why
years.
11? Why 11? When I say daughter's age is D, after 6 years, what will be daughter's age?
6D, ma'am.
16 means 6 times, right?
Yes, ma'am. 6D.
What will happen if it is 6 times? Daughter's age is 10 means 6 times of that. After 6 years, she will be 60. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
A daughter who was 10 years old, after 6 years, the daughter will become 60 years old. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What is? What is this one? You are not understanding what I said. You are taking daughter's age as 10. After 6 years, daughter will be 16 years old. Now instead of 10, I am taking daughter's age as D. After 6 years, what will be daughter's age? Can it be 6D?
Yes, ma'am. 60 only now, ma'am.
If you put 60, what will happen? Just think of it. You are replacing this by 10. 60
60.
is how much? 60. So you mean to say that after 6 years, that 10 years old girl will become 60 years old?
No, ma'am.
No, right? So there is something wrong in that. What is that wrong? What is the mistake you are doing? How did you get 16 here?
Adding, no, ma'am.
By adding, it's not by multiplying, correct? So when I'm taking this as 10, D I'm taking it, then you have to add 6 to that. So what is this? D plus 6. Is that clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not multiplying, you're adding it. So after 6 years, when you consider, the daughter will become D plus 6. At that time, what will be father's age? After 6 years, what will be father's age?
6
The F will become what? This D will become D plus 6. Or F will become?
F plus 6, ma'am.
Good. F plus 6. And what is the condition given there after 6 years? Father will be thrice the daughter's age. Like here it is 5 times, right? Now it's going to be 3 times. So what do you write this? This will put it in the bracket. This is the daughter's age. This is the father's age after 6 years. So this will be equal to what? What will be father's age? 3 times, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have to multiply this into 3. Is that clear now what you're writing here?
Yes, ma'am.
After 6 years means you're adding the 6 to the present age. Similarly, father also you're going to add 6 years to the present age. And now father is going to be 3 times of daughter's age. Okay. And now solve for this. Who else will solve now? One of you solve this and tell me the answer. You're given 2 equation, 2 variable. F and T are the 2 variables you have, and there are 2 equations. So when you have 2 equations, 2 variables, you can solve for it. Solve and tell me the answer first. Das name is Clement. Clement?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the answer? Yes, Clement. I remember seeing Clement in the class.
Yes, ma'am.
I have come to your class, right? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me the answer now. How to solve this?
F plus 6 is equal to 3D plus 6.
Good. F plus 6 is equal to?
3D plus 8.
Sorry, 3D plus
18.
18. So again, you have one equation. There is 2 variables. What you are supposed to do? Can you replace this F?
5D.
And from this, you are taking this 5D equal to, I'm taking 3D,
Plus
8 plus 18.
no, plus equal.
That I'm bringing it this side. Okay. Now 3D, I had to bring it this side. So what will happen?
2D is equal to
Minus 3D
12.
equal to, this is 12. So 2D equal to 12. So D equal to 6.
6.
So D is 6. What is father's age? Present age. Present age is the first sentence you have to consider.
30.
30.
It is 5 times. So 5 times means father will be 30. And whatever the calculation we have done, that is for after 6 years, correct? So after 6 years is going to be 36 and here she is going to be 12. Right, 36 and 12. Now, the question is this: what will be the ratio of his age to his daughter after how many years? After further 6 years. So we have to add
Yes.
further 6 years, another 6 years you are going to extend now. After further 6 years means this is going to be 42, this is going to be 18. So what's the ratio?
4
7 is to 3. 6 you remove from that, 7 and 3. The answer is the first one. Right. So actually this is a very simple problem, but still many of you might not be knowing this. That's the reason I have done it so slowly. I'm not in hurry. We will do this. Okay, is this clear now? Is this clear? This is going to be tougher. I think today this may be the last one, or you want me to do this in the next class?
Yes, ma'am.
Then do one thing. Note down this problem. Try by yourself. Next class, I'm going to ask question. And who said yes, ma'am?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay or yes, whoever is said. I just want to know the name. Who said that? Yes, ma'am. Hello. Who said yes, ma'am? Clement. Okay. You have these questions with you. I have already posted because one of you only asked for that. I don't know who was that. So one of you have asked for this question paper. I have posted that. So what I want is, please try this problem because it is going to be slightly tougher. Not very tough. If I just start explaining, then it will be easy for you. So kindly try this problem and I will explain this in detail in the next class. And another thing I want to say is, in the previous batch, how many of you are there? Many of you left. In the previous batch, they were asking for percentage to be done in detail. So in case those who are interested here can join with them, like later, I'll fix a timing and both of you can attend together in case you need this percentages in detail. How many of you need that? How many of you need percentage? No one want? Okay, fine. Then I'll conduct only for biomed students. Thank you. Hello, Revati.
Yes, ma'am.